Hey guys, I'm a Furby here, and welcome to War Thunder. Today we're gonna do a little different of an episode. Gonna start a series of the basics of War Thunder. Got a couple of my followers on YouTube who've joined the game, and I'm having a little difficult time kind of getting the hang of things. So I figured I'd make a little short video series of a couple episodes dealing with different subjects. Try to hopefully make the game a little easier on you. Because I know it can be kind of daunting at first. This first episode, we're going to just talk about the main screen here. Your aircraft and ground unit selection screen. Let's see, where to even begin? Of course, over here in the left top corner, you have the menu. Really nothing in here you need to worry about right now. Maybe game options and your controls, but that's about it. This is your currently selected aircraft. You can click on any of these, and then it will bring you to that airplane. And then if you hold the right button, you can circle around it. Well, not completely look under it, but just look all around it. If it's a tank, you can click on armor. It'll show you where your armor's thickest and weakest, but we're not going to do ground units right now. We'll focus on airplanes. I've hit X-ray. It will show you where all your, I almost call them weak points. You got your fuel tanks, spars, an oil cooling system. You got your gunners, pilot, and your co-pilot. I guess it would be the other way around. You got a gunner. You've got another gunner, which is, I think, more of like a bombardier. I guess he's a bombardier. But, yeah, it's just going to show you that, where all the vital systems are. Really good if you want to learn how to shoot down enemy planes. Looking at this will show you where their fuel tanks are, their engines, all the crew members. But, enough about that. Let's see. Research. This is your research tree. This is where all the planes that you can research throughout the game are. They go all the way down into rank 5, which is your jets. Where I'm no, as you can tell, I'm just now kind of cutting into the rank 2 stuff. But each nation will have a couple of reserve planes. I think everybody has 3 except for maybe the Japanese. I think they only have 2. Or maybe it's the ground forces only have 2. But anyway, you've got 3. Usually they're the same plane, just different variations of it. Honestly, the only difference between them would be maybe one might be a little faster or slower than the other because of different engines and stuff. But otherwise, they're all pretty much the same. Most of them will have two 7.7 or two 7-point something machine guns. The only exceptions to that would be the M2, which has a 50 caliber machine gun as well. And then all the Russian starter planes, we'll go over here to Russia. All the Russian starters, which are all under here, I-15s, they all have 4 machine guns, as you can see. And this is other planes that I've been unlocking. But yeah, all the nations have their own starters. I mean, even Germany does. Oh wait, let's close tab. Yeah, so you got the HE-51s here. So, yeah, and pretty much what you do is you pick an aircraft you want to research. Right now I'm researching the MC-200. You see this little progress bar. Let's see, here's one that's not. You say it takes 5,900 experience to unlock it. Anytime you go into a battle, you'll get points, which are translated into experience and money, which is what this right here is, your silver lions. That's your currency. This is your premium currency. But, if you win the battle and you do good in the game, like shoots, blow up a lot of the enemy, especially the ground targets, you'll get more experience, the better you do. And then once you unlock it, you'll buy it. If you want to use it, you'll assign it to a slot with a crew. The way I do it is not necessarily in any order, but the way I play the game, I focus on the ground targets a lot. So I have 3 slots for crews that will have gunners, like bombers and attack planes. Then I'll have 2 slots dedicated for just fighter planes, which will come in, you'll see why here in just a minute. But yeah, that's how you select and research planes. We're going to go back to the Americas, or Americans. Alright, like I said, I got the M2 right here. Ah, there we go. Okay, it kind of froze there for a second. But, yeah, here's our M2. If you click on it, you'll have a couple other things. You have a test flight. We can take it out and fly it around. Customization, not really that important right now. You can put like some logos and different stuff on there. The crew we'll come into in a minute, but what I want to show you first is modifications. Click on it. It's kind of like a research tree or tech tree for the plane itself. As you can see, I've already researched a lot of it. Then I pretty much went on to better planes. But what you want to do is, my recommendation, this is just, you know, how I do it. I always go after the offensive upgrades first. Like better machine gun. Well, this right here will let you change the type of ammo you carry. 7mm. So if you come here, you got different types. Whenever possible, I always use universal. I haven't unlocked it yet. And then if you're going to go after ground targets, you know, get some ground targets here. I'm currently unlocking a bomb right now, or 2 bombs. But it's the same thing as the research tree for planes. As you progress in the game, you'll earn experience points, and that will unlock stuff. See, this costs 540. So if you were to get, say, 640, you would purchase this for 540, and then your 100 left over would go into the next, your next research that you choose. So it would put 100 towards engine injection. So that's how that works. Really much else I could say here. We'll talk about crews probably after this match. I'm going to jump into a match and we'll show you what we're doing. Here's where you select what kind of missions. The Air Arcade, these are kind of the laid back. The controls are simplified. The planes are, you know, pretty much all equal, more or less. Yeah, and then the air realistic battles, you don't have crosshairs, so you have to judge where your, you don't have the lead. I'll show you that when we get lead box for shooting down planes. So you have to judge where your bullets are going to go on your own. Simulated battle is same thing as air realistic, only it's using like real, well, as you can see, it's real missions from like World War II. I usually play air arcades because I suck. It's realistic. But we're going to take it out before we go into combat, and I'm going to just show you kind of the basics of flying. So, yeah, let's jump into a quick, let's get the plane in the air, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, welcome to a test flight. Here is our airplane. We're on the ground right now. We'll take off here in a moment. It's very simple to fly. The main thing you need at bare minimum is your mouse. If you see this circle, now I'm moving around, that is where the mouse is. This crosshairs is what your plane is pointing at. Once we get up in the air, you'll see how it works, but pretty much wherever you turn your mouse to, the plane will follow your mouse. As a fighter, the only keys I use would be the A and D. If you see when hit A, you see your flaps. It just kind of rolls you to the left or the right, which you'll see here in a moment once we get up. Throttle, you can either use the W and S keys, or like I like to use is the mouse wheel. But you won't really need to take off or land that often in arcade. But for this, we're going to take off. So we're going to go throttle all the way up. And once you get to 100%, you have like a boost, I guess you could call it. If you roll it up a little bit more, you'll get a little more power. And once you get, you know, just kind of stop pulling up on the mouse a little bit, and you will start taking off into the sky. On other aircraft, you might have retractable landing gear, which you toggle by hitting the G key. But we are all in the air flying. Like I said, if we pull our mouse a little bit to the right, we will turn to the right. If we turn it to the left, we will turn to the left. Go up, it will go up. Go down, it will go down. But as you can see, it takes a minute for the plane to respond to you. So if you turn, you have to wait for the plane to actually kind of catch up with you before you can shoot. The right button will zoom in. The left button will fire. And like I said, here's what the D and the A keys do. D will spin you to the right, which you can use to evade enemy planes that might be behind you. But the reason I use it more or not is if you make a really fast turn, your plane pretty much goes sideways, and you can hit the key in the opposite direction and straighten yourself out quicker than it would automatically do. But there is one ground target here, so kind of give you the basics of going after ground targets. I like to get a little altitude on it. If you look in the right hand top corner, you'll see your mini map. So if we start heading down, we'll see it. There it is over there. So line up the crosshairs. I'm going to zoom in on it so we can see it better. Your guns are pretty much... Let's see if I'll tell you here in a minute, but... Alright, target was destroyed. And then we'll just pull back up. If you watch the gun shooting... a lot later on in the game, a lot of planes will have guns in the wings, and they'll cross each other at one point. That's where you want to hit your targets at. Where I'm shooting right out of my nose, they're pretty much always going to be straight ahead. But you can see as they go down, they get closer together. I'm trying to see if I can get this lined up somewhere where you can see the bullets crossing really good. I guess you can kind of see, but the further away they get, they kind of strafe off. But that's the basics of flying and shooting ground targets. You just swoop in. Let's find a house or something. Let's go up to this house here. You just line up your target. Then you can see how my bullets are. There we go. And then you pull up before you hit the ground. And you just circle around and keep hitting them. While you're in the air, another really important key a lot of people overlook, I think, is the C button. It's free look. If you hold down the C button, your plane will keep flying, and you can look at any direction, which is very, very useful. Especially, actually with enemies in the sky. You can look around you, behind you, and make sure you got nobody on your tail. Figure out what they're doing if they are on your tail. But, yeah. I know they're allies, but let's strafe down here and see if we can shoot them. That's an aircraft carrier. But yeah, let's head into a quick battle, and we'll show some more actual game combat and kind of talk you through what I'm thinking as it's going on. So right now I'm going to come here and land on this aircraft carrier because why not? So I will see you guys in a moment. Alright guys, this is the pre-battle screen when you enter a mission. From here you can select which plane you're going to enter with. We're going to come in here with our starter, or reserve. Here you can select what type of rounds you want to carry. This is what I'm talking about. You can decide when your bullets will cross each other. So they're at 400 meters right now. I wouldn't worry about this, the fuel load or anything. You can only go to the fighter's base. So let's head in here and see if we can't take out a few ground targets. Alright, here we are in combat. It's just the same. Mouse controls us. We're going to shoot over here. Woo, let's not hit our allies though. We're going to go right back here for this artillery right here. And then we will strafe to come over here. What I like to do is to fly over here. What I want to do is, instead of coming head on and only being able to, line up 2 or 3 targets, I like to come out from the side so that I can constantly kind of dip in and come back up and shoot as many as I can. So like I'll be flying this, this way, but going against the enemy instead of this way. So let's get on over here and kind of line ourselves up. If you go too far on to the outskirts of the map, you'll get a warning saying return to battlefield. And if you don't, it will like respawn you closer to the battlefield. I'm going to jump in here real fast and attempt to help my teammate here.
Somebody, cover me! Need backup.
We're going to attempt to shoot this guy down. Be careful not to ram them. Ramming is very frowned upon. Attempt to do this without shooting my own ally down. I got another hit on him. Oh, he shot my ally down. But like I said, we're not going to go after airplanes. But that little black circle you saw, that's the computer kind of suggesting where to aim. He's probably coming after me now. Yep. Alright, let's see if we can do a loop-de-loop. Alright. Well, guys, I know I told you we'd be hitting ground targets, but we're going after this airplane. Got him. Alright, he's going down. I don't see him recovering from that. Oh, he recovered. Never mind.
Enemy is taking the initiative.
Alright. We're going to turn really hard. Got another hit on him. And the more damage your plane is... And just did exactly what I said not to do. Hit someone. But, okay, I'll have to come back into something other than a fighter. I mean, there's reserve, because that's all I have. But, the more damage your plane becomes, or the enemy plane becomes, the harder it is to control. And, awesome, we destroyed it. But, yeah, as you saw, you know, it's tricky to shoot down an aircraft. It's a lot easier, especially when you start out, to go after ground targets. And to actually win the game, your team has to destroy all the ground targets before the enemy. So it's a lot better for your team and your reputation to go after ground targets. Okay, we got someone. I hear a propeller, so yep, we got someone coming after us. I'm gonna drop down. Got an I-15 right here. Got a few hits on him. Okay, I guess we are words I'm not going to say. So we're going to shoot a little ahead of our target. Pull up, that was a no-go. And see if I can find another ground target to go after. Woo! Okay, yeah, we're fixing to go down. But this is pretty much air combat. This is why I focus on ground targets, because, yeah. It's okay, I got another fighter, though. So like I said, I'm just focusing on the fighters right now. Let us go after some of these ground targets. I'm going to gain some altitude. As I say, I'm climbing and I'm constantly hitting the WEP. I don't know what that stands for. Thing like your boost. Try to get far away so that these enemies would kind of like ignore me. Alright, and we're going to drop down. And hit some of these ground targets. Because they're after us like hornets. It's pretty much useless to shoot from this far up. I don't think I'm going to pull. Okay, I did pull up in time. I didn't think I was going to pull up in time. Alright, I saw some artillery on the map. The artillery is those little squares with a little stick pointing out. Ooh, got hit. Where is he? Oh, there they are. Alright, we're going to come in here and hit them. I don't think this is the target we're supposed to hit, but here's a stationary target, so we're going to hit it. Okay, target destroyed. stay away from the enemy base, because those things will kill you in one hit. We'll just focus on... Come on. Alright. We're going to come back in. Oh, I got a plane on my butt, I think. I don't know if... Okay, that's already destroyed. Let's see here. Anybody want to play chicken? I like playing chicken with other planes. Oh! Okay. I am not doing good today. Alright, we're gonna come back in here. Try to stay off of their tail, because that plane, especially, it's got 4, it says there's something here. Oh, there it is. Alright. Oh, we lost one of my guns. Alright, got the target. Alright, let's pull on out. Waiting for my machine guns to reload. Oh wow, I didn't realize how far up everything had gotten. Here's an HE-111 coming at us. We're gonna pull up. We are smoking now, so we gotta be careful. Alright, we got a Hurricane. Let's see if he'll play chicken with us. Pretty much right now I'm doing what's called praying, or spray and pray. Hoping my guns will hit him. Alright, let's come down here and shoot a ground target, since that's what I said we would do. Alright, I hate to say it, but I think my engine is dead. And this is the downside to coming after ground targets. They will shoot you out of the sky. But I'm gonna wait for this mission to end, because we've pretty much lost, and I will show you guys the result screen. Alright, after the end of the game, whether you win or lose, you'll come to this screen as soon as it loads. Be the results. Third place. It must have been a bad team if I came in third place. But this screen here will tell you if, say, we've unlocked the Mark 41 and new 12mm machine guns, which is good. I don't think you can actually purchase them from this screen, but we're a little closer to the P-36. Come up here to player statistics. You can see what you did. We had 1 air kill, 2 ground targets, 3 deaths. Edu guy is the one who's winning. I think he must have dropped out of the game, because he didn't get anything hardly. But yeah, this is just, you know, aircraft destroyed, ground units destroyed. The more you do, the more points you get, and more money. Of course, I'm getting a lot because I've got a premium account going on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you hit OK, and okay, here we are. This is the screen. So we come here, hit purchase. Yep. And now we decide which. We got 300 experience points left over. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump it into the offensive 12mm. Give our guns a little more damage. And then here, I've got this one. I'm going to purchase it. And then I'm going to go for engine injection. Alright. And something else, now I'll show you, is, come back here. Now we'll look at the crew. We've got 64 crew points. The more you battle, the more points you get. And you get to put them in here. I'm just showing you fighters, so if you have, like I said, I do 2 fighter slots and then 3 for bomber and attackers. Pretty much planes that have gunners. Since we don't have gunners, I'm just going to ignore the gunner spot. So we're going to come over here to logistical. I've already unlocked a lot of this stuff, but the best way to do it is, just like I said, distribute the crew points. So instead of, you know, this would be a lot cheaper. I think it's like 15, maybe 22. Put like 1, it takes a half a point, you know, it goes 0.5, 0.5, then equals 1 point. So spread them out, go like 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. and then go to another place. So here we go. See, put 1 point there, or half a point there, and it adds up to 1 point. But you'll get more, I guess, like, I can't think. It spreads out. It's better this way. You get more, I guess, upgrades throughout, everything you need. And then if it has, like, this little thingy here, as far as I know, I think unlocked, there's a dark gray and then there's just silver. What you want to do, if it's not silver like that, come here to qualifications, and you want to get expert. It will give everything a 0.3 boost right off the bat. And see, there's nothing I can do right now, so we're going to apply what I did, and you'll see now that we went from a rank 5 to now a rank 6. And all planes have that. So he's got 33 points. So we can, I'll do 2 instead of, so I could do, the 22 or 27, but I'm going to do my awareness and keen vision and apply. So we will go from a 3 to a 4. So we're 4.5. So we get one more, 0.5 and something, and then we'll become a rank 5. But I think that'll cover this episode. Hope it wasn't too hectic for you. I know I jumped through a lot of stuff. If you're having trouble with War Thunder and you need help on a certain subject, feel free to leave a comment or even message me, and I will make a video and kind of explain things if you don't, understand them. Next episode, we will be looking over the bomber/attack planes, because they have a little bit more, I guess you call them gimmicks, than just the fighters do. So, yeah. Look, probably next week I'll put that video out. I might be able to get it out this week. I don't know. But, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Feel free to jump on the game. There's my tag. I'm a Furby Gaming. I do have a squadron, which is, I guess, like the teams of the game. You're welcome to join it. Sky High Misfits. Right now we're open to everything. The only thing that I require is you got to have 10 missions in arcade battle. Other than that, you can join my squadron. Yeah. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the skies next time.